Imagine standing in front of a vast library, floor-to-ceiling bookshelves stretching endlessly in every direction. Every book holds knowledge that could transform your life. Insights from the greatest minds, secrets to mastering skills, wisdom accumulated over centuries. But there's a problem. You don't have time to read them all. The sheer volume of information is overwhelming. So you walk away, carrying the weight of untapped potential, wondering, what if you could absorb the essence of any book in just 2 days? What if you could capture its most valuable lessons, internalize them, and use them to level up your life? Now, imagine another version of yourself, someone who can dive into any book, extract the most powerful ideas, and retain them effortlessly. Someone who doesn't just read, but truly absorbs, understands, and applies knowledge at an astonishing speed. How would that change your life? How much faster could you grow, learn, and achieve your dreams? Tansel Ali, a 4-time Australian memory champion, has cracked the code. He's mastered the art of rapid learning, and in how to create a long-form, immersive book summary in 48 hours, he reveals the secrets to not just reading but deeply comprehending and recalling entire books in record time. But here's the real question. Why do most people forget what they read? Why do some people devour book after book, yet struggle to recall even basic details? And how can you train your mind to retain information so vividly that it feels like you've lived through the book itself? This is where memory techniques meet storytelling. Tansel's approach isn't about skimming pages or highlighting passages you'll never revisit. It's about transforming reading into an experience so immersive that the book becomes a part of you. He introduces a method that combines visualization, association, and narrative-driven memory techniques to create summaries that don't just capture information, they make it unforgettable. Let's step into this world. Imagine you're reading a book about resilience. Instead of trying to memorize dry facts, you craft a vivid mental movie. One where you see yourself as the protagonist, overcoming challenges, embodying the lessons. The author's words become the voice in your mind, guiding you through struggles and victories. Every insight is tied to a personal experience, making it impossible to forget. This is the power of deep engagement. Tansel emphasizes that the way we engage with a book determines how well we remember it. Passive reading, just letting words pass through your eyes, won't cut it. But when you engage, when you visualize, when you turn information into an experience, retention skyrockets. Think back to the most powerful story you've ever read. One that stayed with you long after you turned the last page. What made it unforgettable? Was it the emotions? The vivid imagery? The way it resonated with your own experiences? Now, imagine applying that same depth of connection to every book you read. Tansel breaks down the process into actionable steps. First, before you even start reading, ask yourself, what's the purpose? Why this book? What do you want to gain from it? This primes your brain to seek out key information. Next, engage actively. Visualize concepts, create mental stories, link ideas to things you already know. Your brain craves patterns and connections. Use them. Then narrate. As you finish each chapter, retell it as if you're explaining it to a friend. Not in a robotic, bullet-point way, but as a compelling story. This locks the knowledge in place. And finally, reinforce. Revisit your summary, refine it, reflect on it. Turn it into something personal. Write about how it applies to your life. Integrate it into conversations. Teach it to someone else. The real magic happens when you realize that learning isn't about cramming, it's about experience. When you make information an emotional, sensory, and meaningful journey, your brain won't just remember it, it will own it. Imagine being able to do this with every book you read. Think about the edge this gives you in life. The ability to absorb complex ideas quickly. The power to retain knowledge that most people forget. The confidence of knowing that any book you pick up can become a permanent part of your mental arsenal. Now pause for a moment and ask yourself, how much of what you've read in the past year do you truly remember? If the answer isn't much, then maybe it's time for a new approach. Maybe it's time to stop reading passively and start experiencing books the way Tansel Ali does, fully, deeply, and permanently. Because the truth is, knowledge isn't just about accumulation. It's about transformation. And the faster you learn, the faster you grow. So, the next time you pick up a book, don't just read it. Live it. And in 48 hours, watch how much of it stays with you, forever. If you like this summary, consider subscribing to our channel. Your support gives us the motivation to keep creating more engaging content.